Good evening from Green Mango Quarantine Edition. And first of all, we'd like to thank our first responders, and we dedicate this to all of the frontline workers as well too. Today, we figured that being in quarantine is difficult enough, so we figured we should do something to make it a little bit easier. So if you want to cook your own meal, or you want to have your meal as an activity for your family, this is what this video is for. And what we were thinking was that we were going to make several videos, and you can refer to it as you're thinking about what dish to make next. So I think what we're going to do is that we're going to cook the meals, and we'll add a link below, somewhere below the video, that you can click onto, and you can find the recipe for the sauce, since we don't have adequate time to be able to make the sauce and the dish at the same time. So today we figured we're going to make two dishes, but in the next few days what we're going to do is that we're going to keep adding to the menu. And so today I think we're going to do fresh rolls and pad thai noodles. So in the interest of time, we're just going to do the cooking portion of the meal and not the prepping of the sauces. I hope you guys can appreciate that. So without delay, what we're going to do now is I think we'll start with the pad thai. So to start with, what you're going to need is you're going to need rice noodles. So if you go to your Asian supermarket, it's going to be called rice stick noodles. So you take whatever amount of rice stick noodles you need, and what you're going to do is you're going to soak it in cold water overnight, or for at least a couple of hours before you can cook it. But if you're a little bit strapped for time, what you can do is soak it in hot to warm water just for a few minutes until the noodles soften slightly, and then you can drain it and reserve it for when you need it. Next, we have chicken, shrimp. This is going to be a mixed pad thai. So next is fried tofu. So what we did is that we fried firm tofu, and we cut it to the shape that we wanted. And for this recipe, what we're going to do is make what we call street style pad thai. So street style pad thai, we'll put white onions, green onions, carrots, red peppers, and to garnish is going to be bean sprouts. And last but not least, the street pad thai sauce, which is a tamarind sauce, tamarind-based sauce. Okay, so let's get cooking. Today is we're gonna make fresh rolls for you. Well, first of all, this is the COVID edition, so gloves, of course, gotta be clean. Okay, since this is we're going to be touching everything and rolling everything by hand, I think it's most important. Wash your hands and then gloves. Okay, so we're going to start with these rice paper, we call it here. So it's made out of rice starch, and it's dried and made into these little crepes that you can roll into your fresh rolls. And what you're going to need today too is, well, you can use grilled chicken for the stuffing. Grilled shrimp you can use as well too. But us here, we cook our own lemongrass shrimp, and that's what we put into the rolls. You're gonna need also cooked rice vermicelli as well too. Basically, you just boil the vermicelli until it's soft, and yeah. So let's get going. So what you want also, what you're gonna need is some hot water. And you can buy these. These are for soaking the fresh rolls. And what you're going to do is that you're going to lay the wrapper on top. So you're going to dip it into the hot water. And you're going to give it a couple of seconds. Just soaking the water, soaking it into the water until it softens slightly. So this little contraption they created so that you don't have to put it straight onto the table, and you're gonna have to fight it later on to get it off the table. So what you're gonna do is that you're gonna peel each one off, and you're gonna roll it straight onto the screen. So you got three wrappers on 3 screens. So we're going to start with the chicken. We're going to do 2 pieces of chicken and 1 piece of shrimp. So we're going to lay the shrimp down first. Oops. Okay. And mind you, we're going to be snacking on this after the video, so all right. So for us, I like to put a little bit of lettuce on the bottom for the crunch, just a little bit. We're going to put more later. And then the noodles. Nice and easy. Then you're going to fold the edge from the outside in, close it up, and the other side, and close that up, other side. And we put the top of the leaf at the very end, and we're going to roll it up, tucking the edges into the roll as we go along. Okay, there you go. 3 pieces of fresh rolls, and I hope you find that useful, and hope it keeps your family busy during this COVID isolation activity thing that you can do with your family. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.